What up? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another video. So you already know what to do. Please watch this video all the way through to the end. And once you get to the end, please make sure you hit all of the buttons. Make sure that you subscribe, and please help your boy out with engagement. Drop your boy a like and a comment, especially if you like the content. I see you guys watching, but you don't never say anything. Drop your boy a comment. Say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Get involved in the conversation. Let's do this. I'm saying I answer back. So anyway, so check this out. This is a little episode of Kevin Samology, and you know I like doing the Kevin Samuels reactions because they crack me the fuck up. But this one is a little bit different. This is a little compilation of a couple of women whose videos showed up on my recommended page when I was watching some YouTube, and I thought they had some interesting commentary. All right, so we're gonna react to these. All right, so let's listen. The first one is a woman by the name of Avery Woodley. All right, she's a decent sized YouTuber. I think she's got like 4,000 subs. But it's funny, when I first came across her, I think she only had like 700 subs, and then like she just blew up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So props to her for that. So let's listen to what this says. All right.
What's up? Avery Woodley here, and really quick, I am on a rooftop in Mexico. I'm up here by the cabanas and the bars, so you may hear some noise and some clatter. Hopefully it does not overpower my voice and you can hear what I have to say. I have come on a workcation just so I could get some things done and have a change of scenery. But with that, I have had time to review some videos, okay? And I know you guys love to hear my input on Kevin Samuels, which today actually marks 30 days, a month since I did my first YouTube video, and it was a review on Kevin Samuels. All right, so it is fitting for me to do another one, and this one was on the one that was titled Destroying Women's Hope. This was that piece with the young woman who was married. I mean, she's dating a CEO, okay, who was previously married. He did not have kids with his wife. He is the CEO. From what she said, it sounded like a large company, okay? That means this is a man who's over a lot of people. He's worked his way up. He knows what he wants and what he doesn't want. She is in her late 20s. She wants kids. He does not want.
I just gotta say this. Man, she went right next to the speaker. You know what I'm saying? She went right next to the DJ booth to do this video. Nah, I'm just playing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. So as of right now, it sounds like there was a woman who was married to a CEO, and this individual is saying that Kevin Samuels makes women hopeless. So let's listen some more. We got about 3
kids, but she is still with him. She's been with him 14 months, and she believes that she can change him.
I don't understand. Okay, so she's already got the high value man. She's with a CEO. CEO doesn't have any kids, and for whatever reason, she wants to change him. Change him into what? What else do you want? You want to change it? What do you want to change him into? I mean, you got a CEO. What's the problem? What are you upset? You know what I mean? Now, mind you, again, this isn't Avery saying this. Avery is telling the story.
Growing up, one thing that my father and even my mother constantly drilled into myself and my sister was, you cannot change a man. They're like, it doesn't matter what you got going on down there, every woman has that.
It's so refreshing to hear a woman say that shit, because that's so true. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are some things that I have issues with as far as like a lot of these, new movements or whatever. But some of the things that aren't so confrontational, some of the things that are like personal standards or whatever. One thing that I cannot stand is women who, for whatever reason, think that sex is a weapon. Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. 9 times out of 10, a lot of women don't even respect themselves. You know what I mean? So it's not like, if you try to withhold anything from anybody, it's not really like anybody's going to give a shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not the way that people should operate. Things should be more diplomatic. You know what I mean? And then just, don't just, I don't know, man. It's just something tacky and, you know what I mean? Like, nobody wants to hear about that shit. You know what I'm saying? So many times you hear these women like, oh, I got that good shit. No, I don't know, man. And I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't. Like, don't market yourself like that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's so good to hear like a actual woman say like, like everybody's got that. So what are you saying? Like, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, we all got 2 arms. Motherfucker, we all got 2 legs. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like it's not nothing special. Like, it would be special, you know what I'm saying, if women treated themselves special. And I mean, when I say it's not special, what I mean is that to throw it around in somebody's face, that's not gonna make or break a person unless you're really dealing with a weak person. You know what I'm saying? If you really want the strong kind of person that these people say that they want, you have to understand that the little tricks and tactics and nonsense and, like just passed down BS is not going to work. It's not going to work. And it's really good to hear a woman say that.
That is not a trump card. You cannot change a man. You cannot change anybody. People have to change because they want to change.
Absolutely. A person they cannot and will not change on their own unless they want to. They have to have the motivation. They have to have a motive. You as an individual are not going to push somebody to change. That is not going to happen. People ain't even going to change if they got a gun to their head. They're not going to change. They might lie to you so that, they live to, violate another day. You know what I mean? But they're not going to change unless they want to. And then even if they want to, they might not be capable of it. They have to try. They have to practice. And practice makes perfect. You know what I'm saying? This is good. This is, what I'm saying? So far, so good.
Change comes from within. Yes, you may be able to like open people's eyes or influence something, but at the end of the day, change. Okay, we're talking about change. Nothing temporary to where it's for 48 hours or a week to get something what you want, but true change. That means they change their mindset, they change their way of thinking, they change and they never go back. That comes from within. The fact that this woman says something along the lines of that she believes Kevin Samuels destroys women's hope. That man does not.
I don't think Kevin Samuels destroys anybody's hopes. I think Kevin Samuels actually attempts people who won't fight him, but for whatever reason, it just seems like everybody that calls into his show wants to fight him. But anybody who will actually take the advice that he's offering, I think that he's actually trying to help them find some kind of equilibrium. I've never seen, the only time I've ever seen Kevin Samuels, like, quote, crush somebody's hopes, which even in that situation, he didn't crush their hopes, was when people are completely just combative with him and they won't listen to what he's saying. They call him for advice and then try to give him the lesson. And he's like, well, fuck it. If you don't want to take my advice, which is what you were asking for, then this is the outcome that's going to happen. The whole die alone thing. He didn't say that when he first talked to any of those women. He's never come at any women crazy when he first gets on the phone with them, when they first call and talk. It's only after they completely are disrespectful, disingenuous, and they lie, he picks up on their narcissism, and then, they just continue with the bullshit after he tries multiple times to redirect him. And he's like, fuck it. This is how you approach. If you're approaching me like this must be how you approach your dating. So this is why you get XYZ results. You're not changing right now and you're not taking my advice. So XYZ will be how you finish things out. That's what Kevin Samuels says. He's not crushing anybody's hopes. He's actually giving people hope if they took the advice. But you can only take a horse to the river. You can't make them drink.
Destroy a woman's hope. No man destroys a woman's hope. We destroy our own hope. Women destroy our own hope. You cannot put that on somebody else based on what you have made.
Exactly. That shit. What she just said. Women destroy their own hope. It's the same with a man. Men destroy their own hope as well. That shit is called an internal locus of control. Look it up. Stop fucking with all this dumbass internet shit and go look in a damn psychology book, a textbook where motherfuckers used to go to school and get educations and shit and not Google shit or go on YouTube and all of a sudden you a fucking professor. Go look in a damn academic book. Look up internal and external locus of control. What she's talking about is an internal locus of control. with an internal locus of control, you and you alone not only control your environment, but you control yourself and how you manipulate the environment to make your outcome. Stop blaming shit on other people. Other people have influence. They're not always the root cause. Sometimes you are even responsible for the influence that you allow to filter through. So yeah, she's saying some good stuff.
Made up in your mind. If it does not go that way, or if somebody speaks the truth against your beliefs, then all of a sudden you want to cry out and say they're destroying your hope, or they're mean, or they're this. No, that's not true. You cannot change a man. You can, like I said, you cannot change a man. I'm just gonna keep.
I never understood this, and if there's any women that come into my video and come into my comments section, it'd be great, because I need some more engagement. So please, everybody, share this video out. Hit the like button. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you ain't subscribed already. Why do women get with men and then have a future vision for that man instead of having a future vision for the relationship? Why do you want to change somebody? I'm going into a relationship with this person, but I want to turn you into this person. Shouldn't you already see? I've never done that. Me personally, I don't know if this is a male trait or what. This is why I need engagement. Talk to me. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I try to find somebody who, I'm compatible with and who has similar goals to me, who brings to the table things that I would like, to have already equipped. And, we can go from there. I'm not looking to change anybody. I don't want to change anybody. You should already observe people at a level of where you can size people up and say, you know what, this is the person that I want. If you feel like you need to change somebody, then maybe you need to update your observation skills. Maybe you looked for the wrong things, and now that time has passed, you realized, you know what, maybe I was off base when I was looking, for a relationship partner. You know what I'm saying?
Keep saying that. The fact that she believes she has some trump card and that this man is going to change his mind and want to have kids with her, she is spending, like I said, some of her prime years in a relationship with someone who she knows does not want kids, and she wants them.
If wanting kids is a key thing to that woman, why she got with a man who said that he didn't want to have kids, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Why would you do that? You think that you're gonna change this man? You're gonna guilt him and say, like, you don't really love me if you don't want this? No. What about you? Do you love him? He told you he didn't want kids, and now you're trying to force it and guilt it on him. Let's stop with that shit. You did the wrong shit. Whatever it was that you liked about that man kept you there. And then you decided to say, you know what, I'm going to try to force my will on this person. See, that's the problem, man. The lack of reciprocity. You cannot force your will on someone. It has to be a reciprocal exchange. You can't sit there and say, you know what, here's my goal for life. I want to have a career. I want to own a business. I want to get an island, you know what I'm saying? And I want to retire by the time I'm 50. I don't want kids in that equation. If this person laid this out to you when y'all first met, don't come 2 or 3 years later or even 6 months later talk about, so when are we going to have kids? I don't know. When the relationship is over, that's when you're going to have kids. Like, what the fuck?
And Kevin, Mr. Samuels, pointed out that, look, if he was driving Uber, you would not be wasting your time. You would not be wasting, those years with him. But you know his value. You know his worth. And that's why you're sticking around, hoping that you can change.
And see, that's my thing right there. Does she know his worth? Does he even have any worth? See, because here's my thing, right? When it comes to economics, one thing that in these conversations that we haven't talked about is utility. We haven't talked about, so if we're talking about worth and we're talking about somebody who has a 6-figure income, that's not the only thing that determines worth. You see, because for her happiness, that guy has 6 figures, but he's worthless. But the utility is that she has resources because of him. But for her life goal, he's worthless because he ain't having no kids with her. So a lot of these people don't understand the difference between worth and utility. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm about to actually, I'm gonna do something for y'all real quick. This is what I'm gonna do. I want to actually look up a term real quick. All right. So I want to show y'all what utility is when it comes to economics. Utility economic definition. All right. So let's see. In economics, utility refers to the usefulness or enjoyment a consumer can get from a good or service. All right, and this is from Investopedia. And see, when it comes to dealing with these kind of topics, you have to use economic terms. You have to use business terms. You know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with people who speak in the language of business. All right, so there it is right there. You see that? Utility. See, your boy know what's up, man. Utility. Utility is a term in economics that refers to the total satisfaction received from consuming a good or service. So she consumed a relationship that has no utility because what she is looking for is a kid and a family. Now, this dude has value. He has parity, purchasing price parity. You know what I'm saying? Power of the dollar. He can buy stuff. But what is the satisfaction? You see? What is the satisfaction? So this dude has a high nominal value, right? But he's got a low utility value. High nominal value, low utility value. All right? So she shopped wrong. You know what I mean? She shopped at the wrong spot.
But guess what? If you know his value and you know his worth, this man knows his value. This man knows his worth, and he knows what he wants and what he...
Now, see, that's the thing right there. He knows his value. He knows that he's a six-figure dude. But what he doesn't know is what kind of utility he services or doesn't service for her. And utility is important. But the thing is though, he's okay. He didn't do anything wrong in this case because she knew he didn't want to have kids. She's trying to change him because she wants to force him to have that utility. And guess what? He don't have it. You don't want to have the kids. It is what it is. Now it's on you. You continue to waste your life on somebody who's already stated that they don't want to do what you want them to do. It's up to you to pick yourself up and either, make do with the way that the situation is, come to a compromise, or bounce and be happy. Kevin Samuels, in no way, shape, or form crushed your hopes. Like Avery said, this is all up to you. Stop putting the blame on people and take some accountability for your own damn life. Shit.
He does not want. If he wanted kids, he would have had them by now. If he wanted kids with you, he would have had them. But he knows you're not going anywhere. Therefore, you will be there until you leave, and you will not have kids. Okay? There's not too much more I can say on this, except for the fact that I don't know what's up with women thinking they can change a man.
I agree. Everything she said so far, I agree with.
Baby, women have been trying to change men for hundreds of years. You cannot do it. And if you think that gives you the power to change them, no, it does not. That is absolutely absurd. Women, we destroy our own hope, okay? Hope comes from whatever higher being you believe in. It comes from within. It is personal. Nobody can destroy your hope but you. Whatever la-la land you're living in, you have to come out of it.
I agree with that shit, man. That was a good breakdown. You know what I mean? Good breakdown. All right, so next we got this one right here, and this one is from a woman named Tiana Thompson, and this one is actually pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting, and I give this woman props, man. You know what I'm saying? Props.
Hello, it's Tiana Thompson, and today we are going to be discussing YouTuber, image consultant, and dating coach Kevin Samuels. I recently reacted to one of his viral videos where he was interviewing a woman that was 35. She had a child, and she said that she had a six-figure business. The video went viral, and I reacted to it, and he said that the woman was average at best, and he was giving.
Let's stop right there. Because see, he repeated what she said. She said, I'm a 5, 6 when I'm made up. So, for the most part, when it comes to statistics and averages, 4, 5, 6 on a scale of 1 to 10, and then I think there were some other things she wasn't allowed to use the 7 or something like that. That's within the range of average. So she's the one that said that. And when he said that you're averaged at best, I mean, she said that she was a 5, and when she's made up, she's a 6. A 6 is average, and that's her best. She's the one that said that. And like everybody who was upset about that whole situation never even put any accountability on her for scaling herself. This is the type of world that we live in that continues to produce these kind of mentalities where people can take all of these actions, and then when the actions come back to bite them, there's no accountability for it. She said all of that. All the ammunition that Kevin Samuels used in this whole interaction was not something that Kevin Samuels assessed on his own. It was all information that the caller provided. And just because everybody wants to think that they're just amazing at all times, everybody had to try to jump on Kevin Samuels, and everybody tried to say, no, he was just so mean and just so abusive to this woman. No, man. Be honest. Be intellectually honest. He asked her, what would you grade yourself? Then he asked her some other things like dress size and things like that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go on and drag her about, her size or anything like that. He didn't drag her about the way she looks, you know what I mean? Other than, he asked her about her makeup and her hair, you know what I mean? That's it. That's literally it. And he didn't ask her that in a disrespectful way. None of that stuff. The average at best comment originated with the caller. And I'm so tired of when people go over this whole segment, they don't bring that up. And not to mention, on this exact same live stream for about 45 minutes, Kevin Samuels was going in on men who are delusional and under the assumption that they're high value men, and they're not. And nobody was outraged about that. Nobody was outraged about the whole 45 minutes that Kevin Samuels went all the way in on men, as he should have. But he literally repeats something that a caller says, and every woman in America is up in arms about it. Where is the accountability? I don't understand that, man.
Her, he was trying to give her dating advice. So on my last video, I received lots of dislikes.
Because the reason probably why you received a lot of dislikes, probably because Kevin Samuels has a lot of fans. Kevin Samuels has, a bunch of people that he's down with, for one. You know what I'm saying? And for two, because if you said that, he said that this woman was average at best. Yes, he said that. But you're not acknowledging the fact that she's the one that conceptualized that first. She did that. Go back and watch the video. She did that.
Because I said that Kevin Samuels should teach black men how to make 6 figures or more and how to be more of a high value man.
And he does. Literally, that's what this nigga does. He has business cards and sets up appointments to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's literally this nigga's job. He's a image consultant to try to give men who, are trying to move into different things and, positions, corporate America or whatever, image consulting to be comfortable with their image, to have more confidence. That's literally this nigga's career. That's literally what he makes his living doing.
Well, After further review, and I realized, well, why am I getting so many dislikes and hate on my video? So after further review and after further research, I took a look at his channel, and I realized that he does talk about being a high value man, and he teaches men how to be high value men and how to level up. And he also teaches men the importance of making at least 6 figures or more. I support Kevin Samuels creating high value men. I support Kevin Samuels for
bringing the conversation to the table. People's families need to create high value people. If you have a daughter, you need to put your daughter on the way to becoming a high value woman. If you have a son, you need to put your son on the way to becoming a high value man. Although I love Kevin Samuels' content and I appreciate it, you know what I mean? And a lot of his advice that he gives and a lot of his criticisms that he gives, I agree with it. I don't agree with everything that Kevin Samuels says
teaching men how to make 6 figures or more.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just mature, shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to agree about everything. My thing that I believe is that it's not Kevin Samuels' responsibility to turn men into high value men. It's Kevin Samuels' responsibility to do what his job is, his business, consult. See, if you have a consultant, that means that you have a business and your business is already in order. You just need to tweak a couple things. I need ABC pricing consulting. I need marketing consulting. I need operations management consulting. I need logistics consulting. That means that you already have an existing firm. You already have an existing business. You already have an existing customer base. You just want to be better, or you want to find out where your losses are, but you already have a base foundational structure. See, a lot of people don't have a base foundational structure, and it's not Kevin Samuels or anybody on YouTube or anybody anywhere on the internet other than anyone in these people's families to create that or to initiate that or to jumpstart that or to be a catalyst in that. The concept of high value needs to start in the home. No, like Kevin Samuels should not be creating high value men. He should be consulting existing high value men. In my opinion, my humble, very humble opinion.
I support Kevin Samuels for talking about being a high value man and teaching other men how to be high value men. I agree with men having standards as well, and women should also have standards too. Kevin is brutally honest and tells it like it is, and most people that don't like him are low value men and women who don't qualify for high value men. But with that being said, this isn't a sugar baby hypergamy Kevin Samuels reaction channel. So this is all that I am going to say about the topic, and this is the last thing that I am going to say about him and this hypergamy female hypergamy movement. But that's all I have to say for today, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.
I thought that was a good video, man. I thought that was a real good video. I got respect for Tiana. You know what I'm saying? I got respect for Tiana Thompson. That was a good video. I like that video for one because she said, Joe, like when I first watched it, I was like, Joe, like I ain't on this shit. Like I don't rock with this nigga. And she said what she had to say. And then I appreciate the fact that she went, assessed the analytics and saw that she got more dislikes than likes. Wanted to know why. There's a whole lot of shit to praise about Tiana. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to know why she didn't get the reaction on her video that she thought she would. She did her due diligence and researched. I think she did accurate research. I think she did an accurate job with her research. And then she came back and put out her corrections. Props. You know what I'm saying? That was just a good video. You know what I'm saying? A few things there, that I just have slight tweaks on, that you said. But I thought this was a video. You know what I'm saying? You seem like a real logical, sound-minded woman. I mean, congratulations. And so she talked about hypergamy. right? So this is hypergamy right here. Hypergamy is marrying up, occasionally referred to as hypergamy, is a term used in social science for the act or practice of a person marrying a spouse of higher caste or social status than themselves. Now, see, that's problematic, in my opinion. Male and female. See? Caste. Caste is a form of social stratification characterized by endogamy, hereditary transmission of a style of life, which also includes an occupation, ritual status in a hierarchy, and customary social interaction and exclusion based on cultural notions of purity and pollution. Yeah. See, this is problematic, man. This is very problematic. This is very problematic. Especially when you go into this realm of caste or social status. But that may be another video for it. Because people probably want that one. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the one where I'll lose my few do have. So this next video that I wanted to check out and do a reaction to was Pink Book Lessons. And Pink Book Lessons, I think they're, I'm not sure how big of a size YouTube. Video got decent views, you know what I'm saying, 1,002. This is a good video, I thought. Like, I don't really know why Boyce Watkins is so upset with Kevin Samuels. When that whole viral video, the first average at best thing was out, Boyce Watkins had something. And then apparently another call happened and he wasn't happy. I mean, what does make you happy? You know what I mean? So let's listen to this. It's about 9 minutes. We'll stop and go.
To that phone call, the one that got Boyce Watkins upset with Kevin Samuels. He heard this woman call up, 33 years old, single mother of one. She's in the military. She's active. She's currently overseas. So she called up Kevin Samuels because she wants a husband and she wanted to get his advice. So I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to the entire call so you can see what Boyce Watkins heard and what sparked his reaction. Take a listen.
I'm 33, so I'm considered in this danger zone. First and foremost, I want you to know I am very much a supporter. But I just want to know, like, for the few or the small percentage of women who had odds stacked against them, okay, and now we have become.
So I always ask this question and nobody ever answers me. I don't know if it's because people don't watch Breaking Bad or what, but is it just me, or like, if Breaking Bad ever comes out again, could Kevin Samuels play Gus Fring? Like, I could see Kevin Samuels playing Gus Fring, Los Pollos Hermanos. What do y'all think? They got the same fucking mannerisms, and it's crazy.
Come in this danger zone. How do we, like, accelerate our process of potentially getting married?
Well, let's start with a few things. Do you have any children?
I do. That's one of the odds that was stacked against me.
How many do you have?
Just one. She's 13.
Why did this caller say that her having kids was one of the odds that was stacked against her? Odds that stacked against you, in my experience, are things that are of natural cause that you can't change. Having children under most circumstances is a choice. So that's not an odd that was stacked against you. That's something that, you know, you put into place in your own life. You know what I mean? Like,
all right. Obviously you want to get married. What kind of man do you, were you married to her father?
Oh God, that was a huge odd stacked against me. No, to answer your question, no.
All right. So why do you want to get married?
I feel like I am marriage material. First or secondly, I'm in the military. I'm currently in Korea.
So again, this is what you'll notice. A lot of times when these women are on the phone with Kevin Samuels, they never answer questions. I'm a little bit too OCD. Like, that shit is annoying to me. Like, that shit is really irritating. Why do you want to get married? That was the question. Why do you want to get married? I want to go back here a little bit because I want to see if she even comes close to answering the question.
I do. That's one of the odds that was stacked against me.
How many do you have?
Just one. She's 13.
All right. Obviously you want to get married. What kind of man do you, were you married to her father?
Oh God, that was a huge odd stacked against me. No. To answer your question, no.
All right. So why do you want to get married?
Okay, so see, this is a clean break. Why do you want to get married?
I feel like I am marriage material.
So you want to get married because you're marriage material. I don't think that that's a good reason to want to get married. I don't think that that's a reason to get married at all. I think that that's an adjective that describes you, that could describe yourself, but that's not a reason. Because you're marriage material, it doesn't say what you want. It doesn't say what you desire. It doesn't say what your life goal is. It doesn't say any of that stuff. All it says is, you feel that you're marriage material. So then you have to further ask, well, what is marriage material? You know what I mean? Like,
first or secondly, I'm in the military. I'm currently in Korea. So that's another odd that's been stacked against me.
So now she's going back to asking odds, again, quote, odds that's been stacked against her. And again, they don't have the draft anymore. You know what I'm saying? The draft has been discontinued a long time ago. So she was not put into the draft. She chose to go to the military. So now she's talking about things that are, things that she has, quote, against her. But she's supposed to be answering the question, why does she want to get married? So clearly, in my opinion, when people do things like this, when you're asked a question and you blatantly respond with things that have nothing to do with what you were asked, you don't know the answer to the question. So in my opinion, I'm assuming this woman has no clue why she wants to get married.
With this whole being placed in the danger zone because I've moved around.
The danger zone, that's it. She's worried about age, chronology. She's chronologically worried. She's worried about the shot clock. You know what I'm saying?
So much.
Why do you want to be married?
I believe in.
So see, he asked. See, I love breaking these down because you can tell the psychology behind them. He's clearly, now he's annoyed, like I am. And he says, why are you married? And then there's the long pause. That long pause basically translates to, oh shit, this nigga realized that I'm dancing around the question. I can't do that the second time around. Now I got to come more direct. Let's see what she does.
Completeness and wholeness. And so for me, that's what marriage means. Completeness and wholeness. It's very important for me to put my daughter in a.
Okay, so you gave, see, she still didn't answer the question. She said marriage is completeness and wholeness. The question was, why do you want to be married? And you described what marriage is. No, woman, why do you want to be married? Why do you yourself want to be married? What is it in marriage that you want? How does anything in marriage satisfy your life? How does anything in marriage make you whole or complete? Do you want wholeness or completeness? See, she's not answering the questions. And these people are supposed to be so brilliant. They're supposed to be, graduate degree people, PhDs, and they can't answer basic questions. I'm curious to know, what kind of programs it is that a lot of these people graduated from, because this is basic shit. You know what I'm saying?
A home with a family. So I guess those would be my.
Are you a Christian?
I am.
You need to look at what purpose of marriage is. Do you want to have more children?
Just one.
Okay. So, ma'am, you got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to be honest, at 36 with a 13-year-old in the military.
No, I'm 33.
33. Yes. 33. The 13-year-old weren't married to her father in Korea. And if a man does marry you, he only is going to get one child out of it. Christianity adds a different element too, ma'am. To be a helpmeet to a man.
Right.
So everything you said was about you, which was basically, I'm looking for security and some place to raise my daughter, which is fine. But what you didn't say is what a man's going to get, or what help Eve would be to Adam. And this is oftentimes what happens, and far too often, with military women.
Mm-hmm.
Really are not. So you got to slow down and understand what the purpose of a man is and the purpose of a woman is, and how you can be a benefit to a man that would choose to be a stepfather to your daughter. That's what question you got to answer. What can I do to be a benefit?
You know what's interesting? I really don't think I don't think that 90% of women consider that when it comes to marriage, which is sad because it's supposed to be a mutual union, you know? I don't think that many women who want to get married ever consider what it is that they can do for a man. They always look at it in terms of, what is this man going to do? I don't think she was prepared to answer that question.
Benefit to a man that would be stepfather to my daughter.
Right.
And that's the biggest question you have to answer, because that's what men are asking. Because effectively, you're not looking for a husband, you're looking for a stepfather. And the reality is, your daughter, while you may love her to death, is not an asset to another man.
Yes, I've heard you say that many, many times.
So
the way that she answered that, she was agitated. She didn't like that.
So without being able to answer those questions, how do you effectively put yourself out in front of men to be selected as wife?
So I haven't had any issues like with dating.
So if you haven't had any issues with dating, you shouldn't be concerned about a time frame. You should literally be like engaged. You should be well on your way. You should be secure in a relationship. I don't understand.
I've just watched one of your previous videos and you would go and do it.
Ma'am, ladies, understand something. Please stop doing this. Dating and marriage are two different things.
Right.
You have issues with dating as a single mother? Of course you're not, because guys know you're sexually active and will have sex. Sex and dating is not marriage. We put women in two categories: wives and everything else. And dating is everything else. Guys don't date wives. Guys go marry wives.
You have to date first though, right?
Nope.
I would think. No?
Nope.
Oh.
All right, I've told you.
Well,
No.
that's news to me.
Yeah, like in a lot of other cultures, so, okay, this is interesting. That one woman was talking about hypergamy, right? And I believe that when they talk about the caste system, is something that was started in like India. Yeah. Here it says it is a paradigmatic ethnographic example of the division of India's Hindu society into rigid social groups based on the historic Varna system, with roots in India's ancient history and persisting to the present time. So what is Varna? Look at this. A Sanskrit word with several meanings, including type, order, color, or class, which was used to refer to the social classes in Hindu texts. So isn't that interesting? It's one of the first places in history where you see classism and colorism. And people wonder, and about all of this nonsense on today. Huh.
I get it, because you've done things out of order.
Right.
So.
Oh, yeah. The reason why I brought that up was because I was going to say, in some societies, there's prearranged marriages, which, there's no dating when there's prearranged marriage. Your family dictates who you're going to be married to. So I don't know why that would be new. You're supposed to see, this woman is a military woman. She's supposed to have been traveled all over the place. You should be aware of, you know, all of this stuff. I'm confused as to why this was news to her. Not news to me. Probably not Kevin Samuels. Probably not news to like most of the people in the chat. More than likely, there was probably like 20,000 people there. So,
You know, you've got it all out of order. And I would ask you, where's your dad at?
Never met him, don't know him.
See? So what you got to do is you got to stop this, because your daughter's going to likely learn and model what you're doing. And see, the unfortunate thing is single mothers who raise daughters who don't have dads typically don't even understand what a man is for. We're there for resources and sex. And we're more than that. So, you got a lot going on. I mean, I would say that, and until you really kind of get clear on what value you could be to a man who would be a stepfather to your child, you'll be able to date. But that is, dating and marriage are two different things.
I understand that. I'm actually dating, potentially, probably gonna get married, but
Whoa.
this person has-
No. Wait a minute. What do you mean you're dating or potentially probably going to get married? How do you decide whether or not you get married?
Because we talk about it. Well, I don't decide. It's not my It's not my decision, but we always talk about it. It's always in conversation.
Right. How long you been dating this person?
For a year.
For a year, right. And oh Jesus. Stop having sex and see how long this marriage conversation goes on.
Right. I'm already in that 7 months celibate.
All right. Well, then y'all should already be married.
He's not here. I'm in Korea. He's in the United States. He
It's
was here once upon a time.
Let me stop.
Yes.
Okay, I got to move on, ma'am. This is too much. A long distance relation. How many people think this guy is not having sex? Ma'am.
Probably is.
Yes, this is unrealistic. And this is nothing. You like.
so this woman thinks that the dude that she's with is probably, you know, cheating on her because she's in Korea. I think Korea. And so my question is, like, if you feel that way, if that's what you think, then like, why are you still with him? Why are you wasting your time? Why are you still putting yourself in that situation? I don't understand.
Ladies got to get real. You think a man is actually not having sex?
I didn't say that. I'm doing this for me. Celibacy is for me. What he's doing.
All right, I got to move. All right. So now you're gonna don't get defiant. I'm just saying.
I'm not.
You're all twisted around,
Don't get defined.
and you think this is a reality. And what you said is, well, we're talking about marriage, ma'am. Let me back it down. You're 33, but it feels like I'm talking to a teenager.
Mm-hmm. It always feels like he's talking to a teenager. And that's the shit that's terrible, because these women that he talks to are grown, adult, you know, educated women. Why is the mentality like so adolescent?
Not a 33-year-old. And marriage and life is serious. And this is a problem we got in our community. We need to grow up and mature. I got to move on to the next call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wish you the best.
All right, so there it is. That's the full phone call there. This is the call.
So I'm confused. See, and I'm pretty sure that this YouTuber will agree. But I'm confused as to how that phone call would have offended anybody. What was offensive there? I hope the YouTuber who made this video watches my reaction video and she does a video where the segment where Boyce Watkins got upset, she plays that. Because I'm interested to see like what it was that he was so upset by.
All that got Boyce Watkins upset with Kevin Samuels. There was nothing harsh about this. Everyone was respectful on both sides.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get the conversation started.
Yeah, this was one of the more peaceful conversations. Pick this one to be upset about?
In the comments, what part of this call was offensive? Or is Boyce Watkins tripping? Let us know what you think about this below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like, and share.
Yeah, I think BW is definitely tripping. I thought that was a good video, man. Good job, Pink Book Lessons. All right, so that is the end. I hope you guys watched this video all the way through. Make sure that you click those links, and also make sure that you check the description box and show some love to the 3 YouTubers whose videos that I did the reaction to. When you drop a comment in there and smash the like, make sure you let them know that I did the reaction. All right. And with that being said, that's it. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.